Hey everybody, I'm Dane. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you may find yourselves today. Today's episode is my top 30 favorite metal albums from the past 25 years. So we're talking 2000 to present day 2024. Again, top 30 heavy metal albums of the last 25 years. So let's go ahead and get started. Coming in dead last from this year, 2024, I did a review on this album, Castle Rat, Into the Realm, their debut. And this has turned out not to be a novelty, which I was afraid it would be. I'm loving this album still. Riley Pinkerton, lead vocals, guitar. Henry Black, lead guitar, vocals. Ronnie Lanziotta, the third, bass. Joshua Strimick, drums. And this is the quintessential debut album with the respect that you have. We've seen this before where the lead singer, guitar player, Riley Pinkerton in this case, is all over the place with engineering, production, a lot of credits here. Maybe not engineering, but she's got a hand in it to some degree. So just great start to finish album. And like I said in my review, I see them going places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 songs. I love them all. My favorite would probably be Dagger Dragger, Feed the Dream, Resurrector, and Realm, and to some degree Fresh Fur. But I love every song. But for right now, those are the ones that I think of the most. So this is a wonderful album. If you haven't gotten it, if you haven't seen my review, check that out if you like. But this is fabulous. All right. Now, I don't know why this band is called a new metal band. They're more than that. There's hints of it, I think, or there's places. But I'm not the biggest fan of this band. I do like the first 5 albums. Then after that, this is falling off. This is, I think, my favorite from them. I'm talking about Slipknot, Point 5, The Gray Chapter. There's a lot to like here. I think this is a wonderful album. I kind of wish this is where they would have ended their career on a high note, because everything after this, as I said, pales in comparison. And this has a bonus disc with Override and The Burden, which are just fabulous. I unfortunately, they toured for this. Well, fortunately, they toured for this album, but unfortunately, I had to pass and give my ticket to a friend because I got really sick. I had the flu, and my friend sent me some videos of the stage in the background's got this in the back with red lights. Is great. So if I had to, with the proverbial gun to my head, my favorite songs would be Sarcastrophe, Kill Pop, Skeptic, Lech, Goodbye, Pneumatic, and The One That Kills the Least. It's all good though. If Rain Is What You Want, wow, that's an amazing song as well. So my favorite Slipknot album. I have the shirt for this since I bought it after the concert since I couldn't go. So next, I don't have a hard copy, but the last so Slipknot, The Great Chapter 2014. Before I continue, I don't think I have an album from every year since 2000. So don't think that I have there's an album representing every year, but these are my favorite from the last 25 years. Okay, just want to point that out. Helloween's last album, Helloween, you have all 3 vocalists in their history on this album, and I am not the biggest Helloween fan. My favorite is The Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 1, and then this last album, just simply called Helloween. And you have Michael Kiske on vocals, you have Darius Kiske on vocals, and you also have Kai Hansen on vocals. And it's wonderful how, the egos aren't there. They put that aside if they ever had it. And the guitar playing is amazing. Considering how long the band's been around, since I was in high school, so we're talking a very long time, 25 plus years, right? Maybe 30 plus years. Wow, just a great album. I think this is my second favorite Helloween album. I have it in MP3 format, but I'd love to get it in CD at some point. All right, so that is 2021 is when I came out. Wow, it's been that long. Jeez. All right, the next is Dio Killing the Dragon. 2002. Don't have a hard copy of this, but the highlight songs are the title track, Along Came a Spider, Throwaway Children is phenomenal, Before the Fall, also phenomenal, and the quirky yet cool Cold Feet. I like the whole album start to finish, but those are the standout tracks. I think this is a comeback record for Dio. I wasn't a big fan of Magica, and I think this album, Killing the Dragon, is far superior than the last album. I can't even remember the name. It's got Murray with extra horns on the moon. It's got moon in the title. Anyway, it goes to show you I'm not a big fan of that album. So coming in at number 27 is 2002's Dio's Killing the Dragon. 26, Iron Maiden, Brave New World. Standout tracks, Wicker Man. We have a return to form on this album because Blaze is no longer the band. Thank goodness. I like Blaze, but not a good fit with the band. The debut that he had, his debut with the band is much better than the Virtual 9 or whatever album. I don't like that album at all. But Wicker Man is a return to form, not only because you have Bruce Dickinson back on vocals and you have Adrian Smith back on vocals, but there's a return to what they did with their third album, Number of the Beast. They're doing sci-fi and horror, right? So you have Wicker Man, great horror story. The original is much better than Nicolas Cage, but I like both. Then Ghost of the Navigator is phenomenal. The title track is great. Dream of Mirrors is phenomenal, if you ask me. The Nomad is quite good, and the science fiction song Out of the Silent Planet, C.S. Lewis novel, that's part of a tetralogy or something like that. All right, so Brave New World coming in at number 26. Just if you're just joining, recap: 30, Into the Realm, Castle Rat. 0.5, The Great Chapter, Slipknot at 29. 28, the last offer from Helloween, simply titled Helloween, with the three singers. 27, Killing the Dragon, Dio. And 26, Brave New World, Iron Maiden, 2000. Also, here we go, number 25, so cracking top 25, is Halford's Resurrection, his debut from 2000. Great album from start to finish. I love the title track. Made in Hell, Locked and Loaded. Nightfall, Silent Scream is amazing. Showdown, Drive, and if you have the bonus version, there are two bonus disc versions. One's from Japan and one's I forget where. But again, I just have these on MP3. Sad Wings, the live version is much better, but I love Sad Wings, even the studio version, and Hell's Last Survivor. Those are the standout tracks for me. Great album. Number 25, Resurrection from Halford. From 2001, Lateralus, if I'm pronouncing that right, from Tool. Standout tracks: Schism, Parabola, Ticks and Leeches, amazing. Title track, Disposition, Reflection. Triad's a good song too, but not as good as the ones I mentioned. It would be, I guess, a tier 2 song on the album. And then the opening songs are good, but they're not great for me. Let's see. Coming in at number 23, Triptychon, if I'm pronouncing this right, Eparistera Daemones. This is great from start to finish. This is, if you're not familiar with them, this is Thomas Gabriel Warriors band after Celtic Frost broke up a second time or a third time. Goetia, Abyss Within My Soul is great. Enshrouds, Decayed, Shrine, 1,000 Lies. Descendant, Myopic Empires, phenomenal. My Pain, also phenomenal. And The Prolonging is great. Produced by Tom Gabriel Warrior and V. Santura. I don't know who that is, but got the Geiger cover here. All right, great album. All right, speaking of Celtic Frost, so Eparistera, etc., Daemones, number 23. Number 22, Monotheist, from Celtic Frost, to Comeback after they broke up. This is from 2006. Great from start to finish. You have songs like Progeny, Ground, The Dying God, Coming Into Human Flesh, phenomenal song. Drown in Ashes, phenomenal. Obscured and Ein Elohim. I left out a song, but man, this is fabulous. This is dynamite. All right, had to include this one. Number 21, Invincible Shield from Judas Priest, the bonus track version. If we take the bonus tracks, this would be lower. This would probably be 28, take Halloween's place, and then Castle Rat would get bumped off. But anyway, The only song I don't like on here, I did a review of this when it came out, is Panic Attack. But boy, The Serpent and the King, Invincible Shield, Devil in Disguise, that's an okay song, but better than Panic Attack. At least I like part of it. Gates of Hell is great. Crown of Thorns is great. As God Is My Witness is good. Trial by Fire is really good. Escape from Reality is great. Sons of Thunder, phenomenal. Giants in the Sky, really good. And then the bonus tracks I'm in love with. Fight for Your Life is phenomenal. Reminds me of, perhaps, dare I say, the middle Judas Priest, say, Killing Machine era, maybe. Vicious Circle's phenomenal, and The Lodger I'm quite fond of, although it's quirky or different from what you expect Priest to do, but I like it. So, Invincible Shield coming in at number 21, 2024. Okay. Sticking with 2024, Cirith Ungol's Dark Parade, great from start to finish. Velocity, Relentless, Sailor on the Seas of Fate, so this is the Elric of Melniboné thing going on, not only with the cover, but a song title. Sacrifice, Looking Glass, Dark Parade, the title track is phenomenal. Distant Shadows and Down Below are two songs which are demonstrative of what a way to end an album. So, Cirith Ungol 2024 coming in at number 20. All right, so this cracks the top 20. Yes, I put it in front of Judas Priest. Coming in at number 19, 2009's Endgame from Megadeth. Dialectical Chaos, that instrumental that found its way in one of the NHL EA Sports video games, PS3. This Day We Fight. I love 44 Minutes. Bite the Hand is okay. I like Bodies. I love the title track. The hardest part of Letting Go is phenomenal. Sealed with a Kiss is very good. Head Crusher, arena-like, but still love it. How the Story Ends is great, and The Right to Go Insane is okay, but I wish they would have flipped the two songs in that order. So, but I love this album. So, someone asked me a while back, I forget what video I did, and do you like Megadeth's Endgame? I'm like, oh yeah, I commented on that. Oh, definitely. That's one of their better albums in the back half of the discography, or back third or something like that. All right, so number 19, Endgame, Megadeth. Number 18 is Inferno from Motorhead. Love this album. This is a heavy metal album, probably one of their heaviest, if not their heaviest. Terminal Show, Killers in the Name of Tragedy, Life's a Bee, Down on Me in the Black, Fight, In the Ear of the Wolf, great song. Kings to the Kingdom, phenomenal. Smiling Like a Killer, I just love. And the acoustic Whorehouse Blues with all three members playing acoustic guitar, in the video at least. So, great album cover, going with the Divine Comedy image. Instead of Satan with three heads, you have Snaggletooth with three heads, and it works. All right. Next, I don't have a visual for you, a prop. I'm not the biggest fan of this band, but boy, is this album phenomenal with their magnum opus, Greenleaf's Nest of Vipers. And it's psychedelic hard rock, psychedelic doom. It's hard to describe. Psychedelic stoner rock would be a better way to describe them. And the vocalist sounds like a little bit similar, but not exactly like the lead singer of The Cult, but with a more psychedelic lending to his vocal cords, if that makes sense. And this album is phenomenal from start to finish. But as you know, I'm a big fan of having a wonderful dynamite closing song, and the last song was a quasi-epic track, dare I say 8.5 minutes, maybe 9 minutes long. It's the title track, Nest of Vipers, and there's a slow build-up. It is just, I can't even put into words how to describe the song, even though I've heard it a million times. But boy, if you're not familiar with Greenleaf and this particular album, Nest of Vipers, check it out. Don't play the last song first. Wait till it comes naturally at the end. It will blow you away. It's wow, and it's that good. Okay, so that comes in at number 17, Nest of Vipers, 2012. Motorhead's Inferno was 2004. All right, number 16, the debut, KK's Priest. Hellfire Thunderbolt, Incarnation, the title track, Raise Your Fist, Brothers of the Road, Metal Through and Through, and Return of the Sentinel, my favorite tracks on here. I think this is a very good album. It's not great, but it's a very good album, maybe approaching great. I think it's a solid debut from KK and Company. All right. Number 15, Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats, The Night Creeper. It just became Uncle Acid. This is 2015. Waiting for Blood, Murder Nights, Downtown, Pusher Man, Yellow Moon, Melody Lane, title track, Inside, Slow Death. Great way to end the album. Slow Death is an amazing song. It's all good. This is great from start to finish. Love the guitar, love the bass, love the drums, love the vocals. This is a phenomenal album, if you ask me. Never gets old. Sticking with the same band, number 14. This is 2011. Bloodlust is my favorite album from them. Creepy sounding. Great stoner doom, great stoner psychedelic doom metal. I'll Cut You Down, Death's Door. It's great over and over again. It's great. Curse in the Trees, I'm Here to Kill You. 13 Candles is phenomenal. Ritual Knife, phenomenal. Withered Hand of Evil, phenomenal. Right. Down to the Fire, the bonus track, is all good. It's wonderful. This is fabulous. Great band. So that was 2011, number 14. Coming in at number 13, this is another band I'm just obsessed with. And it's Monolord, talking about Rust. It's funny, this is a CD, and yet it says Side A, Side B, Side C, and Side D, I guess, because that's how it would be on vinyl. This is another one of those albums that's phenomenal from start to finish. Great doom, psychedelic stoner metal. Where Death Meets the Sea is really good. Dear Lucifer is really good. But then you get into Side B, the title track, and then Wormland are phenomenal. And then Side C, Forgotten Lands, which is an epic. It's like 12, 13 minutes, 14 minutes, is even more phenomenal. And then the last track, At Nicaea, the council history, is equally as more super phenomenal as Forgotten Lands. The last two songs are what make this album, even though everything's really good here, or great. This is a great album. I almost put this in the slot, but I had to give this the edge. So this is Empress Rising, the first album, the debut from Monolord. It didn't make the cut, but it could have. But this is, I think, just a bit better. I'll listen to this. I get goosebumps out of Empress Rising, but I get even more goosebumps from this album, if that makes sense. And sticking with the band, coming in at number 12 is Vanir, Monolord, the second album, the follow-up to Empress Rising. This is even more phenomenal than Rust. Just great. Songs are Cursing the One, We Will Burn, Nuclear Death is great, Died a Million Times is great, the title track, and then Cosmic Silence comes before that. 4 or 5 songs, 5 songs, 6 songs. This is great. You're not familiar with Monolord. This is where I would start and then go back and listen to the debut and then Rust. Those are the 3 best albums. All right. So that was number 12. Number 11. Sophomore effort from KK's Priest. I hope there's more to come. This album is phenomenal. Sons of the Sentinel, a sequel to the sequel to the sequel. Sequel to the sequel of the original from Judas Priest, Defenders of the Faith. Great way to open an album. Strike of the Viper, Reap the Whirlwind. It's wonderful. Grew on me. One More Shot at Glory. A little cliched song title there, but it's great. Hymn 66. The Sinner Rides Again. Fabulous. The title track. Keeper of the Graves is wonderful. Pledge Your Souls is wonderful. Wash Away Your Sins. This is a fabulous album. I did a review on this. Check that video out if you like. This is a wonderful gem to have in your CD collection if you're a metalhead like me. Speaking of which, now cracking the top 10. This is a joy to have and listen to. Cometh the Storm by High on Fire, their most recent album. This came out this year too. KK's Priest, second album came out 2023. Vanir, Monolord 2015. Rust, Monolord 2017. Bloodlust, Uncle Acid 2011. The Night Creeper, Uncle Acid 2015. So just to give you the dates there, sorry, got to be consistent. So this is a current album, came out not too long ago. I did a review on this as well. I'm loving this album. Start to finish, fabulous. Lamb's Bread opens up, Burning Down, Trismegistus, Come with the Storm title track is really good. I can't pronounce the fifth song. I think it's Ukrainian and Arabic combined, maybe. I forget. Soul's Golden Curse is fabulous. And then you get a wonderful a double punch, if you will, the beating, and then Tough Guy, 7th and 8th track, but they're linked. It's fabulous. Lightning Beard is great. Hunting Shadows is fabulous. And then Darker Fleece. Great way to end an album. 11 wonderful tracks from start to finish. A fabulous album. Get it if you're a High on Fire album fan. If you haven't heard it, check it out. All right. So that was number 10. Number 9, Living with the Ancients from Blood Ceremony, 2011. I've spoken about this before. This is my favorite album in their pretty short discography. I think they have 5 or 6 albums only. It's great from start to finish. The song titles are hard to read here. But as much as I believe that this album is great from start to finish. But having said that, the epic track that it closes out with, Daughters of the Sun, is my favorite. The Witch's Dance, my second favorite, the second to last song. But it's all good. The Great God Pan is wonderful. Great way to open the album. Coventry, The Hermit, My Demon Brother, Morning of the Magicians, Oliver Haddo, probably my least favorite song, but I do like it. It's good. Night of Augury is amazing. All right, so Blood Ceremony. I think this is their 3rd album, but don't quote me on that. Kind of creepy album cover. All right. This album is Black Sabbath meets Jethro Tull, because the lead singer plays keyboards and the flute, meets Deep Purple. So Deep Purple meets Jethro Tull meets Black Sabbath. Quite a combination. It works. All right, so that was number 9. Number 8, Electric Wizard, Black Masses. I have the alternate cover, unfortunately. The title track is fabulous. So is Venus in Furs, The Night Child, Patterns of Evil. Saturnine is great. Fury of Your Mind is wonderful. Scorpio Curse is great. And Cryptoberuglia is amazing. This is an amazing album all around. This came out in 2010. It's great. Sticking with the same band, gotta put number 7, Dope Throne, their magnum opus. This came out in 2000. So, Venom Sabbathi, Funeralopolis, great. Weird Tales, Barbarian, then I, the Witchfinder. The Hills Have Eyes, so they're going the route of Iron Maiden, doing a song based on a horror movie. We Hate You, the title track, and then the bonus track, Mind Transferal, is just phenomenal. This is a great psychedelic / doom metal album. More doomy than psychedelic, but it's both. It's great. Creepy vocals, right? You name it. Very similar to Uncle Acid, but not quite the same. They're both haunting vocals, but you gotta listen to it. It's just a great, phenomenal album. All right. And that was 2000. Okay, 2022, Pike versus the Automaton. There's one song in here I'm not a big fan of because it's more of a death metal song. But other than that, this is a phenomenal album, hence me putting it up so high. Number 6, Matt Pike solo effort, again called Pike versus the Automaton. The opening track, Abusive, is just amazing. Throat Cobra next is great. Trapped in a Mid-Cave, wow. Epoxia, then Land. Alien, Slut Mom. Apollyon, then you have Acid Test Zone. Latin American Geological Formation, and then Leaving the Mars of Woe is great. All right, so Matt Pike, debut solo effort. Coming in at number 6. Number 5, Judas Priest, Redeemer of Souls. This would not be on the list at all if it wasn't for the bonus disc, I think, which makes it. Snakebite, Tears of Blood, Creatures, Bring It On, and Never Forget. I like the first disc, the main album, but the Snakebite stuff, bonus EP added here, is what really, as I said, makes it. But I do like Battle Cry. I like all the 13 songs on the original disc, but my favorite, I'm trying to say, is Battle Cry, Secrets of the Dead, Hell and Back, Cold Blooded, March of the Damned, Redeemer of Souls, Dragonaut, and Halls of Valhalla. It's all good, but those are the standout tracks for me. So, Redeemer of Souls, A really good album. All right. Number 4, The Sciences from Sleep. Love this album. Saw them, this is 2018. Redeemer Souls was 2014. You only have 6 songs. Some of them are epic. You have The Sciences, 3 minutes and change. Marion Knott's theme, almost 7 minutes. Sonic Titan, 12 and a half minutes or approaching that. Great song. Giza Butler, Giza. So it's a pun. 10 minutes and 3 seconds is fabulous. Antarctican's Thawed, 14 minutes and almost 30 seconds. Has a Lovecraftian vibe to it, hence the title. And then The Botanist, almost 6.5 minutes. And they went the ZZ Top route, but instead of a Mexican breakfast, a Mexican meal, you have a breakfast thing here. And then I'm thinking that's an homage to ZZ Top, but they also have an homage to Rush because of the moving pictures like photography. Here's Matt Pike. And then you have the other band members. See, so copying the moving pictures type photography. I'm wondering if it's the same photographer. I'm not sure, but this is a wonderful album if you like sleep. Hold on, my CD here is stuck. Okay. What can you say about Matt Pike, Al Cisneros, and I always forget the drummer, his name, but man, what a great album. What a bunch of great musicians all around. Let's see. Okay, so that was number 4, yes. Number 3, Snakes for the Divine, High on Fire. I love this album from start to finish. Standout tracks, title track, Frost Hammer, Bastard Samurai, Fire, Flood, and Plague, How Dark We Pray. And then you have some bonus tracks, which are quite cool, but they're live. Mystery of Helm is not live, but that's a wonderful song. So great album. Of course, it comes in at number 3. It's going to be high up. This next album is a wonderful comeback album for the thrash metal band, talking about Anthrax, worship music, so it gets the number 2 spot. Snakes for the Divine was 2010. This is 2011. This is the follow-up to We've Come For Your All, the last album with Bush. And this is great start to finish. Worship, I guess a quasi-title track, semi-title track. Earth on Hell's wonderful. The Devil You Know, cliched title, but I like it. Fight 'em Till You Can't. I'm Alive. In the End, The Giant. Number 8, Judas Priest, fabulous. Crawl, The Constant, and Revolution Scream. So I didn't point out the standout tracks, but the standout tracks, it's all good. It's great start to finish, 11 tracks. But the standout tracks, are the second half of the album: Judas Priest, Crawl, The Constant, Revolution Screams, and I would say the first song, Worship, as well. So great, wonderful album. I love this album. This is my second favorite Anthrax after Spreading the Disease. All right, finally, number 1, High on Fire's Blessed Black Wings. I'm not a big fan of Worship Music 2011. This is 2004. I'm not a big fan of saying that something is perfect, but if an album could be perfect, this would be close to perfect, if not perfect. Produced by the late, great Steve Albini, and High on Fire. Perhaps why this is, for me personally, their best album, because his production techniques are just amazing. What Martin Birch is to mainstream 70s and 80s hard rock and metal, Steve Albini was a godsend for bands like High on Fire and then some other genres that he did, right? Some post-punk and stuff like that. This is a great album from start to finish, but the standout tracks would be Devolution, Brother in the Wind, Cometh Down, Hessian, had to look up what that meant, the title track, Anointing of Seer, and goodness, there's more songs than that. Well, goodness. Hold that thought, folks. It's sad that they don't list all the songs because there's more songs. So let me just pull up. this. It's the Sons of Thunder. That's the closing. I don't need my phone then. Sons of Thunder is the closing instrumental. It was just phenomenal. This is a fabulous album. The comparisons to Motorhead are there, but man, this is glorious. All right, so thanks for watching. Please don't forget to click the like and subscribe button if you're feeling the urge. I'd very much appreciate it if you click the subscribe button if you're compelled to do so. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now.